Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be taking a look at two upcoming major gaming projects that are building on Avalanche because you already know I think Avalanche is going to go crazy this bull run, and I think Avalanche Gaming is going to have its own narrative that's going to have, almost a mini sub bull run within crypto gaming already. So if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and kind of updates like this we bring to your attention, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the videos. Your support means everything. So if we look here at Avalanche, why I'm so bullish on Avalanche is that if we look at the end of 2023, kind of when we got a run up in the crypto markets, especially gaming. I mean, we were seeing gaming projects getting so much liquidity there for a little bit. Still even right now we're recovering a little bit, but right here we see that Avalanche, kind of went beneath $10 and ran up, up to almost $50, within the matter of about 30 days around there, 30, 45 days. And, with that, we saw gaming projects that are already out or coming out at that time underneath Avalanche, like Shrapnel, Domi Online, Mega Weapon, just to name a couple, kind of go up so quickly following the Avalanche, liquidity and the Avalanche narrative. And I think Avalanche is already going to be setting itself up to be one of the bigger performers in, out of the top 10, 20, 30 coins out of the next bull cycle. I'm very bullish on Avalanche and what they're building. I think Avalanche is definitely one of the main gaming blockchains, right up there with like Immutable X, Ronin, just name a couple. I think that gaming on Avalanche will be way more hyper, bullish around than stuff that's building on Ethereum, the typical Ethereum chain. But either way, I digress. But where I see Avalanche going, I think it's gonna do way more from here. I mean, we can already see looking at the last bull cycle that Avalanche got up to about a $30 billion market cap. Right now, about half of that. So, I mean, I think Avalanche is going to crush through its old all-time highs. Now, what does that mean for gaming underneath Avalanche? Well, if Avalanche is going to get so much liquidity, it's obviously going to, as we can assume, not obviously, but as we can assume, the money flow effect is that the liquidity is going to kind of trickle down underneath Avalanche and what's building on it. And if you're bullish on crypto gaming, then you should be looking at what's been building on Avalanche. Now, these two projects that are coming out, they're not out yet, and they don't have their tokens live yet, but they are coming out, and they are going to be launching on Avalanche. Their first project is Off the Grid. We've talked about both these projects in the past, but I think these two projects are really going to set themselves up to be some of the top games on Avalanche. I think personally, we'll see when it comes out, but I think Off the Grid could honestly be the most AAA, kind of the most hyped game launch of 2024 of this bull cycle, especially on Avalanche. I think it will be the top game on Avalanche, right up there with Shrapnel. Honestly, the next one right behind those two. So if we look at what Off the Grid is, what is it? It is a battle royale. So you can kind of see here some of the gameplay here in the background. So it looks very high quality. I mean, this game is actually coming to consoles. If you look at their Twitter, here it actually happened a while ago, about a week or so ago. Xboxers assemble. A wild Off the Grid page has appeared on the Xbox store. So if you have an Xbox, you can get on here and put this on your watch list. But Off the Grid will be, to my knowledge, the first Web3 kind of native game hitting consoles by Gunzilla Games. So this is exciting. I mean, I've had personal gamer friends of mine, who have Xboxes ask me, who saw this and they know nothing about crypto, Web3, crypto, nothing. So I mean, that's the gap that this game could help close. Is that I already know I'm going to be having personal friends of mine playing this game, and they will never know what this game is as far as like Web3 or any integration behind it. They will not know. They're just going to be playing the game because it honestly looks good. I mean, we can see here, it's going to have two different modes. So it's going to have a PvP mode where, again, it is a kind of a battle royale across 150 players. And then there's a PvE mode, which features a 60-hour narrative campaign. So I would imagine it's almost like a single player, I imagine. You'll take part in it as a battle royale rages on around you, it says. Now, what they have going on here, again, they've been building for a while, so they have a couple of different maps here. They have cinemas. They have a whole website page for their Gunzilla Games, the people behind this project. But again, both these projects we're coming today that's coming to Avalanche are shooter projects, FPSs or battle royales just like this. They have a cinematography or like a short little mini movie films here as well that you can watch. I haven't seen them yet, but they're on there. And again, just more kind of gameplay of what you can expect quality-wise out of this project. And I mean, big streamers are playing this game like Dr. Disrespect, Clicks, Imperial Hull. I never can pronounce that. But I mean, people are playing this game. They're talking about it. It's going to be coming to PS5, Xbox, PC. So I mean, it's going to be hitting the mainstream. A crypto game hitting the mainstream. That's the crazy part about it. Now, I believe it's coming out here soon. Hopefully in early 2024. Hopefully earlier than later. Again, keep up to date by following their Twitter, getting involved with the ecosystem, or put on your watch list if you're on Xbox or Microsoft. Put on your watch list. And you can find gameplay on it. They will be having their, I think their guns or off the grid nodes within their ecosystem. They're going to be doing their own guns subnet on Avalanche, powered by the guns token for off the grid and Gunzilla. That is not out yet, but it will be coming out. So keep your eyes on that. That's something that I definitely want to get involved in and see kind of where it launches as far as like a market cap evaluation and price. But I'll keep you updated once I know and as we get closer to those launch dates. But off the grid, again, I think it's definitely the most AAA title game that we have in crypto gaming, and I think it's going to be the one that, if any game here in the immediate future that we know about is going to help bridge that gap between Web 2 and Web 3 users, it probably is going to be off the grid, especially since they are going to be dropping on consoles. That is an incredible accomplishment and one that I'm very bullish on. And again, I think it not only could be the top game of Avalanche, but the top crypto game of this cycle. But time will tell. The next project that is coming out is Bloodloop. So Bloodloop is a 5v5 third-person shooter. So they have a couple different modes here. Like their team deathmatch, energy war, free-for-all. If you're looking at it here, this is some gameplay of it. I can see if I can enlarge this that they put on their Twitter. So you can kind of get an idea here. So you have like your different abilities here. It's a third-person shooter, 5v5. Has a point system on the top, weapons on the bottom right. So you just go in here. It's kind of the graphics of it. Another game that has a pretty hyped following behind it. Everyone's kind of waiting for, honestly, both these games to come out. But Bloodloop is going to be incubated and launching on Cetify, whereas Guns by Gunzilla for Off the Grid is not. So you can keep your eyes on the Cetify launchpad, or if you're involved with Cetify launchpad, maybe see if you can get in early. But it will be launched and incubated by Cetify as far as their Bloodloop token goes. They did do, I think, an NFT or sale a while ago. I think they minted out, I want to say. But Bloodloop's another one that I am very excited on to see how that goes. Now, between Bloodloop, Off the Grid, and Shrapnel, I think Off the Grid is probably going to be the top game of the cycle, especially on Avalanche. And I think that Shrapnel is right there with it. I mean, the hype behind Shrapnel is very good right now. I would say that, in my opinion, Shrapnel is probably one of the top games on Avalanche currently, but I think it could be dethroned by Off the Grid, and I think Bloodloop's going to be right there chasing it. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think of Avalanche? What do you think of Off the Grid, Bloodloop, Shrapnel? What are some other Avalanche gaming projects that you're interested in? If I haven't covered them, let me know. I'll make a video on them. I love your guys' recommendations and comments. I read every single one of them, and I try to answer them all. I appreciate it every time. And if you guys are excited about these launches or got value out of this video, consider liking the video, commenting, subscribing, hit the notification bell, and sharing the video. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.